Okay, what was the question? Is it relating to 16?
Yeah, it's in verse 17. Because it's like, it's done. Is it done meaning like he's going to reign forever and ever? Is that the same?
Yeah, absolutely. The millennial kingdom is right at the door.
It's done.
What is done is the wrath of God.
I just thought it was interesting because I never saw it before, because it's like, here we are in 15. This is like the seventh trumpet sounding, but it's really the last bowl.
That's
almost.
it. And the last bowl, keep in mind, your bowl 6 and 7 are Armageddon, point 12. Look at point 12, how it is. Look at all that you have. The assembling, capital B, C, the victory ascent to the Mount of Olives type of thing. So that's the campaign, and he comes back on earth in Basra. So it's done. The wrath is gone, but there is more stuff to do. Yes, it's the same thing. When the kingdom will be turned unto him, we're talking about the millennial reign here.
Yeah, it can be confusing because, it's not like in perfect order, like in a sense, it bounces around.
That's it. But the seven bowl, he talks to the seven bowl, and the seven bowl it was here 6 and 7. It's the totality of the campaign of Armageddon, which is the end time. And in the last 3 days, they will ask him to come back.
Yeah.
It's at that place. So when they ask him to come back, he come back, but it doesn't establish the Messianic kingdom right away. He needs to fight the enemy, and you come back with him, but you do not fight. Okay? And he's going to put his left foot and the right foot on the Mount of Olives, but he does not come back like the churches teach all the time. He does not come back in Jerusalem. Does not. He comes back in the city of refuge, seen next week, Basra or Petra, where the majority of the remnant that will call him to come back will be hiding at that time against the severe persecution of Satan.
Amen.
He is very, very close away right now, because we did not do 6 and 7 bowls. We need to do it, that campaign when all the nations gather to annihilate the Jews. Why? You know the answer. Chapter 23, verse 39 of Matthew. You will not see me again until you say Baruch haba b'shem Adonai. If you manage to wipe out the Jews, who will say, come back and reign over us? Not the church, they're not there.
Amen.
So this, it is done, and then there was flashes of lightning. That's exactly what happened at his crucifixion.
Yeah, he said it is finished. It is finished. Keep in mind one thing, beloved. Keep in mind one thing. The it is done here in chapter 16 is in the context of the 8 mysteries of the New Testament. And what is done is the climax of the wrath of God is now reached. And you cannot find it in the OT. That's why it's revealed in the NT. And that's why it's one of the climactic mystery of the New Testament. It is done. He has reached satisfaction concerning the wrath against sin for the unbelievers. It's a final climactic wrath against mankind. So next time we can do together maybe the 8 mysteries. The last 2, 7 and 8, relate to the end time. It's not necessary to have done. It is finished or it is done, and the wrath of God is now satisfied. Not against us. We are already propitiated. But he has to exercise his wrath against sin in general. Of all time.
Yeah.
Of all time. Because he is just. He cannot leave it unpunished. And that's why you will have 4 resurrections. Resurrection unto everlasting life and resurrection unto eternal banishment or eternal punishment. It has to come to pass. And he will do it. So while we are on earth, evangelize your people. Love them. Share the gospel with them so that they may be saved from that type of wrath. And never accept the church at that place. The church is not designed to witness that type of wrath, not even the first half. It's a pre-tribulational rapture, and it's a pre-millennial coming.
That's good.
One of you finish, please.
Father, you've blessed us this evening, and we have a lot of questions, and sometimes we don't have all the answers. One day we'll know the answers. But one thing that I do know in reading your word is that you've placed me here in North Carolina for a reason. And so I'm to minister where I'm at. Even when Daniel was brought out and sent, he was the minister to where he was at. He couldn't fix the whole world. I can't fix the whole world. But one thing I can do is come before you and pray. So I pray for this group. I pray for this world. I pray for Israel, Father, that the
Yes.
light would continue to shine, Father.
Yes.
Continue to shine in the hearts of men so we can understand your word, Father, so we can disciple each other, Father. For what we're learning through this, we are not to hold it in, but to bring it forward so other people can understand the truth, Father. In gentleness and in kindness, we are to bring forth your message of the gospel, Father. So I